What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the next stop on Coastin through Europe. Today we are at Vulcania. We just came from Nepal. It's about an hour-and-a-half drive. Beautiful drive, if I might add, through the mountains.
Oh, yeah.
We're now in the park, and this was a really weird experience getting here. So we are arriving when the park isn't going to be open for that much longer.
Yeah.
You know, we have like 2 hours maybe. But when we pulled up, it looked like it was closed completely.
We need to close the parking lot. Like, so there's no parking lot, there's no people at the entrance gates, like everything's gone. So
it's like the park is not even open for the day, but there's people here.
Yeah.
So we had to park in like a camper lot because that was the only place that would actually let us in. And then we show up to the ticket counter and they're like, "What are you doing here?" And we're like, "We want to come into the park." And they're like, "We're closed." And we're like, "No, you're open." And it's like, "Well, yeah, we're open, but we're going to be closing soon." And we're like, "Can we still come in?" And they're like, "I guess."
Yeah, they're like, "Well, it's only open for another hour and a half." And I'm like, "Yeah, but we still, like, we bought tickets, we still..."
They're like, "You have tickets?" And we're like, "Yeah." And we show them on the phone and they're like, "Oh, all right, come in."
Explain that to like 3 different people because they're like, "Just so you know, the park is gonna close soon." I'm like, "Yes."
It's like, we
and
know.
You keep telling me that, and I'm like, "We know, it's okay.
Yeah.
We just want to come in for a little while."
This is a very, very strange way to start off our experience here.
Yeah.
So right away, as we're walking in, you have this very cool structure, like dead ahead. I don't even know what that is. From what I've heard, Vulcania is like an amusement park, but also like an education park. So science, everything. Whoa. Yeah, yeah, it totally is, right? And there's only one roller coaster. It's called Namazu, and it says go this way for it. Look at this. What the heck? What is this place?
Bizarre.
It's very, very strange.
I am very excited for this roller coaster.
There it is, the Intamin straddle coaster right next to a massive geyser. Here's what you see in the plaza. It's a big turn with an airtime hill. Yeah, there's some rock work over here. And then the entrance, it says it's a 15-minute wait. You can see this one turn, and I'm guessing that's the second launch, right, as we're walking up.
For part of it?
Yeah, I think it starts off indoors or ends indoors, something like that. Or this might just be the station building, honestly. So they hold everyone who's next on at the store right here. So the station is definitely on the other side. Yeah, secret lab.
I think it's like a pre-show.
Pre-show?
That's what you said you saw.
I think so. I only saw it briefly, so I have no idea what's behind that door.
Oh wow, it is a pre-show. Look at this. I think they want everyone to stand within this green line. The floor right here feels a little different than the floor right here. Oh, yep, the floor is vibrating. Whoa. What on earth? Wow. We've made it into the station area. And they definitely unloaded more people in here than the train can hold. So I think we'll be on the next one. Everyone's climbing aboard. Look at these. Look like total four-wheelers. Like Jeeps, like going across a rugged terrain. And then you depart straight into a cave. We're in the back row on Namazu here at Vulcania. That's the last island in our ride. Vulcania. Whoa. Look at this.
I know what's coming.
Like 13 where it like does like a fake out. That one was definitely a little bit more like gradual than like abrupt.
Yukon Quad.
Oh, it's still going. That's also longer than I expected.
That's fun. I like that.
That's fun. It's definitely tamer than Yukon Quad.
Oh yeah, well it's not like a young educational park, so it makes sense.
Yeah, that was cool
really
though. It
cool.
starts with a drop track. Like
That's a new one.
that is new. Yeah.
I like it.
Wow. All right. Cool. I see you, Namazu.
Namazu.
All right, so we just did 2 rides on Namazu, which
Hey, you
is.
got it right this time.
I know. I've been struggling with the pronunciation of this
I
ride.
called it Vulcania earlier.
I was like, ooh. Yeah, so it is definitely a tamer quad bike than Yukon Quad, which is, an hour and a half away at La Pal. But it's the theming of this thing is like really cool. Like right when you're departing, like I really love the pre-show with the drop track. It is a tamer experience overall. Like I would say maybe around the same thrill level as like maybe Wave Breaker at SeaWorld San Antonio.
That sounds all right.
I haven't been on it, but I'll agree.
Yeah.
Hey, that sounds right. Sure.
What do you think?
I would, it was
Yeah.
okay. I think Yukon Quad was like blows this out of the water, but I think they did a really good job with the projection mapping for the drop track pre-show, and the actual pre-show I thought was pretty cool too.
And the launch was really good. The
Yeah.
launch out of there, I liked it a lot.
Well, I would say overall I wasn't really a huge fan of it. I think it was a bit too tame, but again I have to look at where it's actually placed, and it's like an educational.
And also look at how many
so-
people here are kids.
Exactly.
So-
I feel like if you're like tossing like preschoolers on like Yukon Quad type coasters, they're not going to be as thrilled. So I think this does fit their audience.
It's the bill.
Yeah, definitely. They have all the stuff in here about like earthquake magnitudes up on this chart. What is that? So we're going again, and now it's a different earthquake. Like it's showing Japan. Earlier it was showing like Istanbul. It's like teaching people about how earthquakes work. Another lap there on Namazu. So we took the front row this time, and I definitely like the back row more. There is a noticeable rattle up front. That definitely does take away from it, but
It's all right.
yeah, it
Still
is.
fun.
Yeah, we were
I
saying
like
like this park is literally like, I feel like a kid field trip location.
Oh, for sure.
So this is the type of ride that they would totally be able to get enjoyment of, and the fact that there's literally a pre-show that's like kind of meant to be educational, and it's all like geared towards like earthquakes and stuff.
It's interesting because like the people that would be coming here on field trips would be people who live in this area where they have a giant volcano like looking down on them.
Yeah.
And then they're on this ride and it's like, see, look, earthquakes are fun. Yeah.
Earthquakes are fun.
I'm like, oh, all right, well, it's good to learn about your environment though, where you live.
Yes, I'll say it is just interesting to me that this park built this ride, because there's really not a lot of rides here.
Is
and
this the only like actual major ride?
pretty much. And
dark ride.
yeah, and
Which
when you think about parks that have typically one roller coaster, maybe 2, they often are very small attractions, like, just kind of like rinky-dink things. And here it's like it's like an Intamin quad bike with the drop track.
yeah.
It's just very, very strange.
God, but I like
Very, very bizarre.
We're literally the only ones on this pathway. There's nothing here except for this dude.
Has anyone seen a dragon?
Come on, Matt, we have to go find this dark ride. This is very much a terrain park. We're now going down all these stairs to get to the bottom of this big tower. I don't even know what this is, but it's very cool. Wow, this is really, really cool. Holy crap. Going down some more stairs. Oh, I see the entrance. Dragon Ride 2? What was the first one? Wow. Look at this queue. They're giving us 3D glasses. A Shrek? Stop, it's so Shrek. Alright, so Dark Ride is more of a motion theater. Wait, what? Their seats are moving, but ours aren't? What? Wait, I felt something. Oh, you suck. What the Pandora?
What?
Are you kidding me?
That is Pandora.
That's literally Pandora. So Dragon Ride 2 is Flight of Passage if it were a low-budget video game.
Yeah, that's actually pretty spot on. Our seats can move. Like we watched everyone in front of us going like, woo,
like,
and we're like,
what? There was no like plot to the thing. It's just kind of like
it was the Phoenix Bird was like touching all the dragons' heads and like taking energy from them. Or something.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. It was interesting. The graphics were like pretty good. My main problem with it was honestly like the camera, like the point of view that you're like moving to, was kind of jerky at times.
I felt like someone was controlling it with like a
joystick. Yeah. It was like kind of hard. It made it kind of hard to focus.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't as like fluid.
I think the graphics were fluid, but like
Yes.
the point of view camera was just like,
Yeah.
It was interesting.
unlike our seats.
Yeah. Our seats were not. I wish they were like this.
I made it at least. I felt bad. Like this little kid was like watching the rest of his family, like their things move,
And his was not.
wasn't.
I was like,
He's
same.
like looking. He's like. So this area is pretty much just like a museum, I guess.
Hey, look, it's the
Yeah.
Michelin Man.
Hey, and look, they're all riding bicycles. Everything here is real and authentic. There's multiple levels to this, so we're exiting ground floor to go up to the first floor. Or I guess technically this is actually below ground, so this would be like -2 and this is -1. But really pretty. Another attraction that they have in this building is Abyss Explorer. I believe it just takes place in one room and it's like 360, like you look around and you can see in the ocean, I think. But that's just based off of the stuff that I saw online. Well, we're morons. They have a park map right here, and that is the Trackless Dark Ride, not the thing that we did. So now that the park is closed, I guess we will not be doing that. Dang it. There's this big room right here with a volcano in the center. It's actually a really cool centerpiece. Wow. What?
Hey, if I have a VR set for a workout bike, we should invest in one of these.
Oh yeah, what? That's actually a really cool way to work out.
Yeah.
So this is the Trackless Dark Ride. Dang.
Gosh, that's so cool. No.
Wow. Well, we goofed. That sucks. This is just a really bizarre setup. Like, you can look all the way down here, and that like the pathway to get to other attractions and other areas in the park is that you just have to walk all the way around this thing.
Oh wow.
Dang. Wow, the acoustics. And of course, as with every park exit, you gotta check out the gift shop. A lot of space-related stuff. Oh, they even have some Lego sets, things about the solar system. Not much, though, with like park-branded merch, that's for sure. I don't even see anything about the roller coaster at all. And so we say goodbye to Vulcania. Yeah, this is the entrance that we walked in earlier. It's really not much. Like, in terms of a welcome sign, that's it. And then you'd think we're walking through like a nature park, but no, this is the walk to the parking lot. I promise there's a parking lot somewhere around here. So, what do you think of Vulcania?
I don't feel like we were there long enough and did enough to make like an accurate statement.
I agree. I think for the stuff we did do and the stuff that we saw, I think it had amazing views, but I think the stuff that we didn't saw
It was fine.
Yeah,
It was all right. We got held up, one, because the coaster broke down. So that definitely
And we couldn't get
led to
the car in here.
Yeah,
Parking was
we had to
closed.
park way far away because of parking
Gotta
issues. And I think also just because we decided to ride the roller coaster 3 times, we probably would have had a little bit more time to do some of the other stuff, like figuring out the dark ride. That definitely was on us. We probably should have looked up the name of it. I thought the dragon ride was the dark ride. Turns out it was not. So
Yeah. Like,
my fault.
if you have like more than the amount of time we had, you can get a more complete experience. But it's like not a conventional theme park. It's not more like not a children's museum, because it's not for like little kids, but you know what I mean? Like if you ever went to like a Discovery Center when you were a kid.
Yeah, it's like an outdoor Discovery Center kind of thing.
Yeah, that's more what it is. I wouldn't advertise it as much as like, oh, this is a theme park.
Yeah, and it is not that big. Like they have a decent amount of land, but a lot of the land is just like open space.
Yeah.
So
nice.
yes, that is like it's a very relaxing vibe. Pretty much all of the attractions are up front, like in the one big building that you have there.
Yeah.
That's also where you have like the Discovery Center aspect of it, where it's like lots of areas to like walk around and like look at stuff, learn some stuff, you know? You don't need a lot of time here if you're just coming for the coaster. If you want to do some of the other stuff, I would say maybe like 3 hours is probably, like if we had an extra hour, we definitely would have been able to do everything and felt completely satisfied and be like, all right, yep, that's it.
Well, to be fair, when we woke up this morning, we were like, okay, like we don't need to get to La Paul first thing in the morning, because it was all we were doing that day, and like we're buying skip the lines, like it's gonna be fine, we have all this time, and then we're like, after we'd already left, we're like, uh-oh, we want to go here too. So if you plan accordingly to do both in one day, like just get there, La Paul right at opening, and then come here.
I think it absolutely is doable to do both parks in one day. Obviously, we did that. I think that I agree, if you are planning on doing that though, you should try and be at La Paul at open, versus when we got there, it was about an hour maybe after they had opened up.
Also, with Vulcania, they closed the entrance to the actual park.
Yeah.
Not at, or a little bit earlier than we expected. Like, the other thing, we got there like 2 hours before the park closed, and they said it was closed, but we already had tickets. And the lines to the rides, they closed early.
Yes. So perhaps the better way to do this, if you are flexible, is to do Vulcania first, and then spend the rest of the time at La Paul, because this park is a lot smaller. So you can go in, you can do Namazu, you can do the dark ride, the 4D thing if you want, walk around a little bit, and you'll probably be done pretty quickly, and then you can spend the rest of your time at La Paul. Hey look, there's our car, right next to all the campers. So about a 30-minute drive later, literally through the mountains, we have made it to Clermont-Ferrand, which is this little town right here. Well, not so little. I don't know, it's pretty decent size, but this is like their big centerpiece. This is a really cool location for a cathedral, especially when you consider what the view is on the other side. Look at that. They gave us these things to munch on. Instead, we're just playing with them. You gonna do sword fighting with your fake cigarette?
No, we're trying to be cool and smoke like the people around us in Russia.
I hate that smoking is allowed in restaurants. It's so bad. Wingardium Leviosa. Hey, that's not very nice. Check this out. So pasta number 1, pasta number 2, and this pizza. What is that?
It's burrata.
I don't know what that is.
You've had it with me before.
It's cheese.
You want it?
Are you asking the viewers?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's like cheese. But it's really good. The noodles are very fresh.
Yes. It feels like they just made them.
What is this guy doing? Oh! Kind of hope she falls in. That'd be really funny. This place is cute.
Yeah.
You're cute.
Thank you. So we're gonna start our 2-hour drive to Lyon, France. Unfortunately, we will not be able to visit the city, which does make me a little sad. I've heard it's beautiful there. But we're staying next to the airport, so that is convenient for Matt to fly back to the United States tomorrow.
Until he realizes I'm holding him hostage and he's not going anywhere.
Oh no, whatever shall I do?
Alright, we've arrived at our hotel. It is not the hotel that we booked. This sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Yay, but this time it's not as bad.
Not as bad as the previous night. So in this case, we pull up to the hotel that we're supposed to be staying at in Lyon, and they're like, we're full. And I'm like, huh? I booked this a month ago. Like, what? And they're like, yeah, you're going to have to go to this.
Ed Sheeran's in town.
Dude, it'd be Australia all over again. I was so mad about that. That was ridiculous.
I'll tell you later.
Dude, that was a story. Yeah. Anyways, so they sent us to this other hotel, and I guess their partner hotel. So it did work out. It was all good. They have ads for Wallaby there, so ooh.
Hey, I love Wallaby.
I know. We got some fun rides for tomorrow that the two of us will be doing. There's someone here who will not be going. So
Someone's abandoning us.
hey, you're leaving us. What's up with that?
Go home.
All right, that's fair. Did you have a good time?
Duh. What kind of
Alright.
question is that?
I don't know. What was the best part?
Oh crap.
Or was it the Negro show?
No. Gotham City Escape.
Correct answer.
Yeah. And for some weird reason, Yukon Quad.
I mean, hey, what a way to go out though,
Quad had
right?
you like high. It was so
Yukon
funny.
Quad was fantastic. And so was Gotham City Escape. Oh wait, and Disneyland Paris. Oops, I forgot about that.
QC Lumni, baby.
Yes. Big Thunder Mountain Night Ride.
In the pouring rain.
Very, very good.
Your favorite water ride. Mm-hmm.
Listen, I will not confirm nor deny. It was like pretty lit.
Well, I'm so glad you were able to join us for another season.
me
This
too.
was a total blast. So, safe travels back to the U.S. and we'll probably see you next week, I'm sure. And on another continent.
Yeah, I guess we'll see you in Jersey.
Yeah, no big deal. All right. Well, to the rest of you, we will see you tomorrow at Wallaby Rhone Alps. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Matt, can you run through all of the French words you learned on this trip?
Bonjour. Croissant. Merci. Sacre bleu. Was that it? I think that was it, right?
I think that was it. Good job. You learned a lot.